This week in my class we're reading the story Funnybones, so I thought I'd show you how to draw some skeletons and it'd be ready just in time for Halloween. So let's make a start. In the story there's a big skeleton, a little skeleton and a skeleton dog. Now let's start with the skeleton's skull. Now they're like a mushroom shape. So let's draw the top of the mushroom going round and then we join it up with the bottom of the mushroom. We do 2 dots for eyes, a triangle that you colour in black for his nose, and then a smile with a curve each end, and then he has 3 teeth hanging out. There he is. Now his head bone's connected to his neck bone, so let's draw a couple of neck bones, and then his neck bone connects to his ribs. So we're going to do a line going across, and then we're going to draw 5 ribs going down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is exactly the same the other side. So curve it round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to join them together with a bit of a bend, and then that's joined a bit more backbone, and the backbone is connected to the hip bone. So the hip bone is a bigger smile, and it's a bit of like a butterfly shape. So the 2 wings at the top, they curve in, and then there's 2 smaller wings at the bottom. There we go. So his hip bone. His hip bone's connected to his leg bone. His leg bone is attaches in here. So for bones, we're going to do a 3 shape, and then join it in with another 3 shape. So we'll put that in there. A 3, and then going up. So then we do, every time there's an end of a bone, it's like a 3 shape or an shape, it's upside down. Another one there. There we go. And then his foot bone. So his leg bone is connected to his ankle bone. His ankle bone is connected to his foot bone. So do like almost like a square shape on the bottom, and then the toes. So we've got 1 big toe and 4 little toes. There we go, 1 big toe and 1, 2, 3, 4 little bones. And then we're back to his arms. So let's put his arm bones on. So his arm bone is connected to his shoulder bone. So that, and back up. And then we're going to do another one, another upside down 3, going down, number 3 shape, back up. And for the hand, it's just like the foot, a bit like a square shape, but this time instead of just 5 toes, we're going to do, for every finger we're going to do 3 bones, and for the thumb we're going to do 2. So we're going to do 2 out the side for the thumb, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3 for each finger. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. There's lots of bones in your fingers, that's what makes them move so well. And let's do exactly the same the other side, making sure we do our best to make them the same size. So I'm thinking about where my elbow is going to be. So my shoulder bone is connected to my elbow, and then my elbow is connected to my wrist, and then to your finger bones. So thumb out one side, 1, 2, and then for your fingers, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and the last finger, 1, 2, 3. So that's big skeleton. Now we've got little skeleton next to him, but we're going to draw the dog skeleton in the middle because he's in the story as well. So let's do him at the bottom, and then we'll know where to put small skeleton. So dog skeleton's going to be about here, and he's got obviously a skull, like a small mushroom shape, but he's got ears on the top. So draw 2 triangles, then 2 dots for his eyes, and then a black oval for his nose. And then we're going to do a bone in his mouth, like he's chewing a bone, which is a bit funny that a skeleton bone dog is eating a bone. We're going to do the 2 legs at the front, and then we can see where everything else goes. So let's draw 2 lines down at the bottom of the bones. Then we know where his knees are. So tie down 3s, and then we can put his toes on. So a little square at the bottom and 3 toes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we know where his backbone's going to go. So his backbone's going to go here. So we draw a line across. When he gets to the end, we're going to draw one for his tail, then another one on top, and then a pointy one on top of that. And then we can draw in his back leg. So his back leg is exactly the same little 3. Remember, these bones are much smaller. I'm going to squeeze them in. And then the foot at the bottom with 1, 2, 3 toes. Now, he's got a rib cage, just like they have, but they will go down this way. So let's draw 1, 2, 3, and now that's going to go behind there, and then we're going to draw, you'll see another one in there. A bit tricky, that one. And then of course you've got to get the last leg in, so you've got to draw those ribs in first, because you're only going to see the bottom half of its leg. There you go. And then the 3 toes on the bottom. So he's a bit tricky, that dog. And then let's draw his lead on so he doesn't get away from big skeleton. There he is, holding him, taking him for a walk to the park probably. Now we're ready to draw little skeleton. A little skeleton's much shorter, so his head's probably going to go about here. So I'll leave a little bit of space because he's going to be a little bit wide, so don't get too close. So probably start about here. So they do that mushroom shape. 2 dots for eyes. Triangle coloured in black for his nose. His smile. And his teeth. 1, 2, 3 teeth. It's funny that skeleton's got teeth hanging out. And let's do his backbone. So his head bone's connected to his neck bone. His neck bone's connected to his ribs. So make sure it's all a little bit smaller. We're going to do 4 ribs on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and join it together with a curve. So he's much smaller. And then we're going to do 3 more pieces of spine, and then we'll do his pelvis, so his hip bone. So a smile, big butterfly wing, in a small butterfly wing, and then join them up. Okay, right, let's go back. Should we do his arms? So a 3 shape, and then another 3 shape, join them down, and little hands. So that square behind, his thumbs on this side. So the 2 bones that side, and then 1, 2, 3, making a smaller 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to put his other arm going up in the air. So we're going to do the 3 this way, and then we're going to have his arm going this way. And then that 3 joining it together, up in the air. That's square. And then the thumb's going to be on that side, so that's 1, 2, and then you do the 3 fingers, 3 bones for each finger, so that's 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, and 4 fingers. There he is. So let's do his legs now. So we're drawing his hip bone behind here, and down. And then his knee bone, and then we're down to his ankle bone, touches his foot bone, and then we'll do the other side, and then we'll put his toes on. So we've got his hip bone in here, draw your 3, and background, upside down 3, down to his ankle bone, add the square on, and let's do his toes. So 1 big toe, 4 small toes, 1 big toe, 4 small toes, and there we have him. Right, now we know that the skeletons come out at night, so let's put some stars at the top, shall we? So let's start. Now I'll draw a star first. So it's made up of lots of points. So we start with 2 parts of a triangle. Then we go out to the sides, bring them down to make them into 2 parts of a triangle, out again, and then join those 2 together. So we've got up, across, down. So you can do it in one line or you could do it in lots of lines. And the more you do it, the more you'll get used to it. So you've got 5 points in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do another one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we need the moon. So a big curve here and then a small curve inside. Let's do a couple more stars nearby. And there you have your Funnybones. I hope you enjoyed drawing that this week. I look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye bye for now.